Welcome to the Tatum Talk Show where, guys, we're good is the enemy of great. I'm here with my co-host. I'm Derrick Tatum. My co-host is Buck Fitzgerald from Cashville, Tennessee. What's going on, Buck?
What's up, dog? What's up?
Man, this is going to be a good one, man, because I know this is all the parents want to talk about this one. Rankings. How do you get ranked? Why you ranked? Howard's rankings? Why my son ain't ranked? Why he shouldn't be ranked? Why this kid ranked over my son? Let's talk about rankings, and we can go from youth on up. Because it's crazy. All the rankings are crazy.
I don't even know we're gonna make people feel better about this. So we'll see. It might make them feel worse.
Man, go ahead.
I suspect we're gonna make them feel worse.
Go ahead, man. Set it off. Set it off, then. Set it off on the rankings, then, man. Let's go.
Let's talk about high school rankings.
Okay.
Just because that's the most control.
Yeah.
We get into younger. It's
the most
it's
important,
mom
though.
and pops.
It's
It
the
is.
most important.
It's the most important.
It can really make or break you if you're not ranked, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I tell parents this. I mean, things are changing so rapidly. But in today's world, and college coaches and people really won't admit to this, but like you said, I just don't see many Power 5 or any Power 5 schools signing a young man if he's not ranked at least at a decent rate.
That's crazy. Damn, you're right. You're right, bro.
I can't, because at this stage,
You're right.
rankings are a few things as it pertains to college coaches.
Oh,
Some of them are compensated by the rankings, so you'll get a bonus if you finish in the top 10 in rankings, or the top 15, or the top 3 in the conference. So there's that. Also,
damn, I didn't think about that.
yeah, so it's almost like the Green Bay Packers these days. Like how like the community owns Green Bay, the franchise. It's almost like that with college athletics, with NIL, and with colleges asking the fans and others to contribute to the NIL funds. That means they're stakeholders. So if we're gonna sign Derrick Tatum, and he's an unranked guy, well, you think that Molly and John and Sam and Buck are going to say, hey man, here's my $100 a month, or my $9 a month, or my $50,000, or my $1 million. We're not going to give to that if you're recruiting like slappies.
Ooh.
And that's what we're recruiting slappies.
I got something for you, Buck.
So
Okay, go ahead. Keep going. I got something for you.
So, the tail is wagging the dog when it pertains to influence, and the rankings are telling the fan base. The fan base wants to win, so they want to win signing day. They want to win the press conference. If we can't win a championship, by God, we're gonna win the recruiting wars.
Yeah,
right?
No, that's facts. No, I got something for you, man. So what happens? Sometimes a kid to be unranked, and if this school offer him, then now he ranked. Now, I'm gonna give you a low point in the orange and whites. It was like about 4 years. Man, y'all got a coach. I think his name was Butch for Cincinnati. Okay,
Butch Jones.
Okay, and I know I'm not mention names, man, but I gotta mention names on this one because I don't care about this one. I don't care, but he was getting
First off, Buck didn't mention names because everybody waiting for that in this situation. So
yeah, I'm gonna mention the name on this one,
which I'm good with.
I'm mentioning the name on this
because
because yeah. So Butch came into Tennessee, and Butch is I don't know if he's a good coach or not. I guess he is because he won in Cincinnati. He's a pretty good coach, I guess. He was getting kids that was ranked, but they wasn't the real ranked kids though. Buck, they wasn't those like they were 4 stars he was getting, and it was a high ranking class. But they wasn't performing.
They wasn't really like that.
They wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So that's the issue.
That 5-star wasn't a real 5-star.
That's all I'm saying.
That 4-star wasn't a real what you consider a 4-star.
When I think about Tennessee, okay, so like Tennessee is when I think about Tennessee, it's like there's certain programs that I consider a top 10 program. All right, Tennessee, even Florida, even though Florida fell off a little bit.
And you mean as far as the talent that they bring in,
talent
or they should
always going to bring in top 10 talent.
USC
in California, Tennessee, Florida,
Texas,
Ohio State,
Alabama,
Texas, Alabama, Georgia,
those types.
You know what I'm saying? Like
LSU types of programs.
LSU programs. So Michigan. So when I seen the guys that they were bringing in at Tennessee, I'm in the trenches. I know it.
There's a lot of Georgia kids.
I'm like,
no, I'm saying like you knew the difference between
right.
because they were Georgia kids. You knew the difference between
I'm like this is not a real 4-star, bro.
Yeah, but
this
you knew the real ones and the fake ones in Georgia.
So like, and he got a bunch, and they praised him. He got a top 10 recruiting. I'm like, man, but those aren't those guys, and that's the issue that a lot of these schools be doing. They be having them fake 4-stars. I be like,
why are you doing this?
Open the can of worms, man. I gotta open them up, man. I gotta open it up.
I'm squirming.
Hey, listen, y'all, he gonna get in trouble with it. He gonna get in trouble with this one, y'all.
It's not that. No, it's not that. It will, but I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit about that. It's just it's gonna go down such a rabbit hole, and it's like, No, listen, you're absolutely. Bro, it's funny you said it because I didn't even know that you knew. I guess because it's.
No, I knew.
That is
because I keep track, man.
I'm gonna say this. The hell with it. I'm gonna say this. You're right.
I know it.
Here you go. Hey, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
I knew I was
you
right,
knew what you were doing.
I knew I was right.
In the meanwhile, all right. In the meanwhile, what they were not getting, I'm gonna say it. All right, because of certain situations.
Nah, they wasn't getting the hometown kids, bro.
And those were real.
They wasn't getting the hometown kids,
they were
bro.
Real.
I know that, bro.
Stars.
Because
NPA, I'm gonna be real. They were NPA kids.
How you ain't get Jalen Ramsey, bro? Jalen Ramsey.
That wasn't. Jalen was before.
But before that, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
this was. I'm gonna tell you who it was though. I'm gonna tell you who it was.
He missed out on some.
No. He missed out. I'm gonna tell you who it was. You
open them up.
Okay. So the 4-stars that he got were guys that were. Wasn't really like that. Were real 3-stars, the guys who can't play at what we consider Tennessee.
Right.
All right. I'm just being objective right now.
Top 10 program.
Taking my feelings and my whatever out of this. You're right. They were not getting top 10 that we can go compete with Georgia and we can go compete in Florida, whatever. Right. There wasn't those guys. Meanwhile, he wasn't getting the real 4 and 5-star guys like Jacob Phillips, who won a national championship at LSU, Jacoby Stevens, who won a championship at LSU, T. Higgins, who is getting paid $1 zillion right now, Ugo Amadi, who's in the league right now.
He did let him
I can go on and on,
bro. You gotta lock your state down, bro, because he came in. He recruits well. All right,
but to your point, it's easy to say, forget those guys because we're getting 4-stars, but those 4-stars aren't the same as these 4-stars.
Yeah, man.
Because of the rankings.
See, we know this, man, because we've been in it. Like we know.
Amari Rogers.
Oh, my God.
Was there. They started day 1 at Clemson.
So then.
Shout out to T. Martin.
Then what they'll say is,
father.
Well, you can't get them all. Yeah, but you got to get the right ones. Like Georgia. Like, I'm telling you one thing about Kirby, man. This is why Kirby is where he's at. All right. Georgia had so many players that was leaving the state. Kirby said, hold on, man, hold on. Let me lock down my guys first. That's why Georgia been winning so much, y'all. It wasn't that the talent been in Georgia, but how Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson win a Heisman and somebody else win a Heisman from Georgia because they wasn't getting him. Hey, Kirby is locked. He put a fence around Georgia and said, I'm going to get first dibs on all my guys.
So you're right, but I'm just going to say this, people. You can't, we all have opinions, and sometimes our opinions can be deemed as wrong or whatever, but what you're saying is factual. And I say that, you can't be wrong, but I say that because no matter what you think of Kirby, the results are the damn results. I can't tell you, no matter what I think right now, I can't tell you, Tatum, you lying, because let's be fair, Butch got fired.
Yeah.
Kirby has won how many? 2?
He got 2, almost 3. All
right. So he has more national championships than Philip Fulmer in all-time great coaches at Georgia.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't believe
he has more than Vince Dooley. He has more than
he get the real.
These are Dooley is a Vince Dooley and Philip Fulmer are Hall of Fame coaches.
Bro,
Kirby got more than both of them.
But see, here's the thing, man.
So what you're saying is factual.
So here's the thing, though. You can't go to a top 10 program unless you were a pro.
Pretty much.
All right. All right. So let's not get it twisted, y'all. You can't go to a top 10 program unless you're a pro.
Pretty
Now,
much, yeah.
if you're not a pro, it's okay to go to a school that's not one of those schools and get developed.
And you can develop into a
pro.
And develop into a pro. Sauce Gardner and people like that, top 5.
Right.
That happens all the time.
So
the kid at Toledo that just went, he was the number 1 corner taken. That's right. So he's not saying that the guys that go there are not
pros. He
pros.
got developed. So like, think about this now. Now I know the coach that coached him at Toledo. Now he at Illinois. So think about this though. I'm a top DB, okay? And I look around, I look at like Archie at Pitt.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you were talking about the coach.
You know what I'm saying? I look at the coach at Illinois for DBs, and I go, Now, so y'all think it's one coach, bro.
Louisville.
Look, yes. So listen, now it's one coach. I ain't gonna say his name, but he brags about how many first rounders he's put in the league, right? I ain't gonna tell you what schools he was at, because if I tell you what schools, you know who he is. But I'm like, bro, them dudes came in first rounders. Like them dudes came into your school first round guys.
Listen, okay. I'll kind of, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I do. There are plenty who, excuse my French, fuck off pros too. So I'll give him credit for at least doing what you're supposed to do with it. Because there's a lot. There's a lot. No, like there's a lot. There's a lot. Like, yo, what I hate is seeing. Okay, so let's back up what you said.
Yeah.
You said if you go into a top 10 program,
you're a pro.
If you're a 5-star, 4-star, that means that people think you're a pro.
You're a pro.
You're right.
You're a pro, bro.
But there's a lot of guys I see like, yo, you're better like your freshman year than you are your junior year.
Well, but that's because again, if I'm a DB, all right, and maybe I'm biased because I know these guys. If I'm a DB, I've seen, like, I don't look at, okay, it's hard to judge you when you have nothing but 4 or 5 stars, okay? And you can, but you can't, because some guys are just that good where they can coach those guys and still get them to the league. But when I see a guy like Archie, every year somebody get drafted from his secondary. I'm
gonna stop you with. You see
what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna stop you there, and I'm gonna add to your point, and it goes back to our previous conversation. You're right, because up front, listen, they're lining up, and they teach you, if you come here to Pitt, 2 things you got to do: you got to rush the passer, you got to play man to man. And if you can't,
they're getting drafted every single year, even back from when he was when he was at Central Michigan. Mm-hmm. He went second round to the Buccaneers. Then you look at the coach at Toledo, man. He developed a no-star kid.
That's a great staff. That's a great head coach.
They always have great staff. Like if I'm a high school player.
Shout out to Coach Kendall. It's a great staff.
And I'm not a Power 5 guy. I'm looking at schools that are developing their players and they go into the league.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
if you want to go to the league.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm a DB, and I'm like, hey man, this dude at Illinois had a guy get drafted first round. And then this year he got a guy. He was at Toledo, Illinois. He got a guy that's for the Jim Thorpe Award. That an unknown guy that we didn't know about. Mm-hmm. I might want to go there and get coached up. But you cannot worry about the school. And you got to see who gonna coach my son. See, but you think because I'm renting on
the rankings make you go to the wrong place. That's right. Yeah. And so going back to the rankings,
because you're saying, and you know what? I'm glad I went to Kentucky, but I was a top 150 player, right? And Toledo was my second choice. It was West Virginia, Kentucky, Pitt, and Toledo. All right. And but everybody told me, man, you got to play in the SEC. You a top 150 player. You a top 3 player in the state. You got to go to the SEC. So that influenced me. So now you a 4-star. You look at Illinois. You like Illinois. They 7-4. You know, they not ranked. You know, but I can go here to a team that's nationally ranked, and it's like, bro, but I go here and I can get developed. That's what we missing. Yep. Rankings mess people up on development.
And
then programs think because you got all these, but that's the problem with the rankings, man. It influences coaches because there's kids. I can show you a kid film right now, that could be a 3-star, okay, from Alabama, could be, but he's a no star, right? So you won't recruit this kid because he has no stars.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like I'm telling you, it's a thing. That's a thing. So it's important to be ranked. It is. I mean, you can say what you want to say. I always tell parents, people who say they're not important is people who don't have rankings. Right. But they help some guys. Now, here's the issue. Let's dive into rankings. Specifically. Okay. All right. So you have.
How do you get ranked though? How do you get ranked? Tell me how you get ranked.
So you got Rivals.
Okay.
And you got 24/7 Sports. You have On 3, and then you have ESPN.
ESPN got rankings too now, but they don't. How they get their rankings? Because I don't see them nowhere.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
I never see them nowhere.
Nobody knows. They're understaffed to say the least. So, so those are like the recruiting Bibles. They literally tell you in the world how good of a prospect a kid is, right? So it once was just Rivals, and now it's branched out to these 3 competitors, right? Let's be honest, it's 3. On 3, 24/7 Rivals, put them in whatever. So they all have their rankings. They're all important.
Okay.
All right. And so rankings, to your point, and I may have this a little wrong, but people say, well, what do the rankings mean? Well, at its core, it is telling you, to Derrick's point, the projection, right? Yep. So if you're a 5-star guy, you're supposed to be a first-round guy. All right. Yep. If you're a 4-star guy, you're supposed to start X amount of years in college and be a pro. Maybe a second to whatever.
Second to fourth round.
If you're a 3-star guy, you're supposed to be something like a 2-year starter and maybe have a shot at the league.
That's
and so that and so there it is. And so what is it based off of? Well, it's supposed to be based off of measurables, right? We always talk about this. You guys heard us talk about this, but length, speed, things of that matter. All right. It's supposed to be kind of like film and productivity. Now you're hearing about, analytics like track times and stuff like that. All right. So sometimes it goes to, now the problem with rankings is the human element. All right. And the problem with rankings and the human element is, who the hell is the human ranking them? Right? Is it somebody like Steve Wiltfong, who has been around great players? He has a great eye. He's been around slappies. He knows the difference. He's predicted this guy be this and he's that. If that guy says it, I don't care what his background is. That guy's good at his job. I trust him.
He's connected.
Right? And he's connected. And he's a listener. Yeah. And he's a guy that collects information from trusted people, and he does the best he can, and the best he can is usually the gold standard in the industry. And so you got other guys who are great, just like him, right? Yeah. And so you trust those guys. The problem now, though, and you used to say, and you used to be able to can walk up to that guy and Wiltfong, and I love, shout out to transparency. That's my guy. Yeah. But he's my guy, and he's everybody's guy, because Wiltfong will rank you this. Wiltfong will go to the All-American game. Wiltfong will meet you at the bar. Yeah. Wiltfong is there for everybody to see.
He will explain you why he ranked the kid.
There you go. He's for everybody to see.
He's like, nah, I don't know about that kid.
And you can respect him.
He's like, I get it.
But you can respect him as a man. He's like, I'm here. I'm not hiding. Nope. Hey, guys, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be at the restaurant at 8:00. Who's coming? Yeah. And so if you have a grievance,
you go talk to him.
You go talk, and that's not what it's about. Because you respect him, you say, and it's just like anything else. Like you and I, we talk about who's the best player, and it's friendly banter. Yeah. Well, you buy me a drink if he ends up being. That's how people respect that, because at least you know what's behind the curtain. Yeah. Right. The problem now, now you got 3 different sites. Now guys are going every which way, and there's some you trust, you still trust him, like Chad Simmons, like he's been around, like he goes here, or you still trust him. So my point is, now with the evolution in so many different networks or platforms, there's more people and there's more ambiguous kind of decision making on what goes into it, right? Yeah, so we don't know.
Nobody knows no more now,
right? And that's the problem.
No, okay, so all right, let me give y'all what ranking do for you though. So it gives you a chance in college. Former 5-star,
Go have a lot of shots.
former 4-star. It does. It gives you a chance. Like it's gonna give you now. If you can't ball, you can't ball.
But you got to prove.
But you got to prove you
that
can't ball. Because they're gonna give you a chance.
They're gonna give you 5.
Yeah, they be like, "Hey, bro, this was a former 5-star." Like because they trust that if a kid's a 5-star, that means he's a pro.
That's right.
He's a first round guy. So like,
maybe something wrong with us.
Yeah. Like I mean, man, there's some 5-stars that made it to the league and they had very subpar.
Off of being a 5-star.
Yeah, subpar college careers.
Yes, off of being a 5-star. It counts there too.
Yeah, it counts.
People won't admit it, but it's true.
It counts. So like, look, man, you got to get ranked. Meaning, so how you get ranked? Well, you get ranked by now one thing like being a part of a good program like ours, like elite talent, like somebody like MPA. We're gonna put you in a position where you're gonna be seen, and then we know enough people where. If I make a phone call and you like that, then it can happen. Like
because you got visibility.
Yeah, exactly. And then if I can't do it, I'm gonna call Buck. All right, Buck can't do it. He'll call Black. So we gonna call one of our guys in a network to figure out how this kid ain't ranked or where this kid should be.
We're gonna call Levi. We're gonna call this guy.
Exactly. But I can evaluate somebody's film and be like, nah, bro, you ain't it. You know. But so that's one thing. 2, so that's being a part of a good program. 2, going to the right camps.
Yes.
All right. Like you got to go to camps where the media gonna be there. You got to go to camps where other ranked kids are already going. All right. A lot of camps are money grabs. You know what I'm saying? We have a good camp, NCEC, National College Evaluation Camp. We started this some years ago. It's still a great camp. You can go there. Kids have got offers after our camps. They've got ranked after our camps. That's one. Then you got to have some good film. Okay. You got to play varsity. Like it's varsity film, y'all. You got to play varsity. That's how you get ranked. And then I would say run track. Because if you run track and you got a good track time, like Isaiah Bond was in my program. Isaiah Bond's at Texas, all right? Isaiah Bond had a bunch of mid-major offers. He had maybe a few P5 offers. Man, that man ran a 10-4. Bama, Clemson, Texas. Like
it's verifiable.
It changed. He was 10-7.
10-7 is fast. So
right. Still 4-3, 10-6, 4-3 kid now. But 10-4 is like I'm a high 4-2, low 4-3 guy.
That's crazy elite.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's why I tell guys, everybody, I think every kid you should run track. Like I don't care what you should run track because you're gonna get faster. So that's how you get ranked. And then you gotta have a good attitude when you're meeting these guys. Like you can't be. I've seen guys, oh man, y'all ain't ranked me, or I'm not talking to nobody because y'all had me underranked. Though I'm like, man, these are the same guys that are gonna follow your son from high school to the NFL. Like seriously, they the same writers. They're the same writers from high school to the NFL. So they're not going to forget when you said something stupid to them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The problem is now the frustration, and kids don't know. If you know where to go with your frustration, it helps. They don't know where to go with their frustration because you got these nerds and these analytic guys now behind a firewall and they're like the wizard behind the curtain. Nobody knows who the hell they are, and nobody knows how they're making decisions. I have a kid, and he kind of went viral and kind of calling out the recruiting media, but his name is Carson Snead. He's 6'6". He's 240 pounds, and I think he's the best tight end in the country.
Oh yeah.
And somebody has him ranked a 3-star.
Oh yeah.
He has speed, he has film, he has everything. He's ranked a 3-star. So that type of stuff is these days.
That's different. But 6'6", 4.5 in the 40, coach.
How's he ranked a 3-star? Boo Carter.
He shouldn't be.
Carter was ranked a 3-star for a long time, and everybody knew he was probably the best player in the country.
Yeah, he's the best athlete overall.
Yes, and now he's proven it. So the frustration is growing. It seems like there's some politics going on against kids, maybe, and we don't really know, and so people are frustrated.
But only those certain type of kids can say something like that, though.
You know
what I'm saying?
And maybe they shouldn't, or maybe they should.
Yeah, but only those certain type of kids.
I totally agree.
They can like it's different from a regular 3-star saying that and a guy that's really a 5-star.
Well, and what we hate to see is I'm slept on, and I'm
You ain't
like,
slept
ain't
on,
nobody
bro.
slept on no
Ain't
more,
nobody sleeping on
dog.
nobody,
Not
bro.
like
It's too
that.
much
If you
exposure
slept on,
nowadays.
it's your fault. Again,
Yeah,
we always
it's too
go
much-
back. If you
it's too much
slept on, it's your
exposure.
damn
Bro,
fault.
you
Go
need
to
get it.
somewhere. Go here. If you rated wrong, whatever, but you're not
Get
slept
out
on.
your state, go travel, go to some camps. Like you can't stay in your area think you're gonna just get what you need to get. Get outside your state, man. Listen, we can go on this, man. We got to have a part 2 on
You're
this.
the most slept on. Derrick Tatum, the most slept on podcast.
I'm the most slept on right now, bro. All right, man. We can do a part 2, man. Our time is up on this, man. We got to do a part 2 on this, though. Rankings and coaching, right? We're doing a part 2. Hey, guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe right here, man. Tatum Talk Podcast, man. We're good. Is the enemy of great? This is my guy, Buck Fitzgerald, Cashfield's finest, Tennessee's finest. I'm Derrick Tatum, your host, and we out.